Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we talk about all things fandom on this channel and we talk about it in a positive way. But today also happens to be Terrifying Tuesday. So today we're going to be talking a little bit about the latest movie to get the public domain horror treatment, and you're not even going to believe what it is. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so you've seen the thumbnail, so you know what we're actually talking about, and that's cool because here's the thing about that. I just didn't expect Aladdin to be getting this treatment. I figured that Disney had only done a live-action version of this movie a few years ago, and now look at where we are. Granted, it's been a little more than a few years ago, but not too terribly long in the long run of movies. So, this getting the public domain horror treatment was a bit of a shock, but here it is. According to Bloody Disgusting, Aladdin and Aladdin's Revenge wishes will go horribly wrong in a two-part horror movie. And this is insane because it says, many of your favorite childhood characters have fallen into the twisted hands of public domain. They've become this new craze, like I've been saying the whole time, and that's not wrong. So, with Winnie the Pooh, Mickey Mouse, Peter Pan, Bambi, it seems that no classic character is safe from the horror genre, according to the article, and now it's time for Aladdin. Bloody Disgusting has learned that B22 Films will be bringing Aladdin into the world of horror with a two-part twisted take featuring the upcoming films Aladdin and Aladdin's Revenge. We're told that cameras will start rolling in Oklahoma this month with a 2026 release date planned. The two-part saga is supposed to center around a young woman who stumbles upon a magical lamp, and it offers the ability to grant 3 wishes, and these 3 wishes go horribly wrong. Aladdin stars Scream Queen Devaney Penn and Rob Zombie alumni Billy Blair. It is written and directed by Brett Bentman and produced by Tiffany McDonald and B22 Films. Executive producers include Stuart Allison and Nicole Holland. Now, Brett Bentman has told Bloody Disgusting, Aladdin is rooted in the ancient tale. It's a story about wanting things so badly, unaware of the consequences, that these characters just wish for them, and from there, things go haywire. Now, it goes on to tell us that the classic Disney animated Aladdin film is based on the Arabic folklore from 1001 Arabian Nights, a collection of Middle Eastern folk tales compiled in the Arabic language during the time of the Islamic Golden Age. Much like Pooh and Steamboat Willie, this means that Disney can't come after anyone who wants to do whatever they want with the source material. So yes, please, take my money. This is so great. Now, I know there's a lot of people that might say, oh, this has already happened. This is nothing new. Just look at Wishmaster. Yeah, you could say that. And if I didn't say it, I'm sure it would be in the comments, because you're right. Wishmaster was about a genie who was evil, who granted all these horrible wishes. But this would be a little bit different than that, I would imagine. This would be something that would be actually the Djinn of 1001 Arabian Nights. This would be a lot of fun. This would be Aladdin, essentially. And I know that they talked about it being a girl who finds the lamp. I'm sure they have a reason for that. And this is a 2-part movie, so who knows what they have planned. But whatever it is that they do have planned, I'm 1000% down for, because this looks like a lot of fun. Anytime you're taking the public domain stuff and turning it into a horror movie, you suddenly have my attention, because this is happening so often, it's becoming the norm, and I don't dislike this idea. The Aladdin movie itself, the Disney animated one, is one that a lot of people that I know respect and love, one that they grew up on. I remember being a lot younger, probably reading this book when I shouldn't have read the book, but I read 1001 Arabian Nights, and the Aladdin story is very different from the Aladdin movie, of course. So whatever they're doing with this, I don't have a problem with them changing things up or switching things around. I just like the idea that this is going to be the genie from Aladdin essentially done in a way that it's going to be this public domain bad guy once more. This is in the same vein as turning Captain Hook into a bad guy, in not just one film, but in two. There is a different Captain Hook film other than Peter Pan's Nightmare that turned Captain Hook into sort of this horror figure along with Peter Pan. I mean, if you've seen that movie, I plan on getting my review of that movie up relatively soon. I've got to do a lot of little reviews for you guys, but that is one that I actually want to review for you guys and get that out there. But also there is another one with Captain Hook that does the same thing. And it's very cool that they're doing this to all of these public domain stories. I can see the appeal of it. And things like Grimm's fairy tales and 1001 Arabian Nights, they were kind of darker to begin with. Bringing them to life in a horror movie is not as hard as you may think it would be. A lot of really horrifying things happen in the book 1001 Arabian Nights. Granted, it's not a horror book, but a lot of really dark elements come together in some of those stories. And not to mention the Grimm's fairy tales, a lot of really horrible things in that too. But they're done in a way that makes it okay. And to bring them to life in a horror movie, that's okay too. But I couldn't wait to bring you this news because I hadn't heard a lot of people talking about it. So I wanted to kind of put it out there and get your opinion on what you guys are thinking about this movie. Do you think that this sounds intriguing? Not only is it going to be a one-part movie, but it's going to in fact be two parts. That is very cool in itself. I don't think we've ever seen a public domain horror movie yet that has been two parts right from the beginning. We know that Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey has its own universe, and that Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey actually got a part two. But when it was originally done, I don't think that that was the intention to do that until all of a sudden the film caught on. I could be wrong. Maybe they planned it from the beginning, but this is considered to be a two-part, so it's going to continue with the same story in the second part, and I think that's really cool. But whatever you guys are thinking, I want to hear it from you. So go ahead and let me know what you're thinking about this in the comments below. And make sure you're sharing this video with all of your friends so they can be a part of those comments too. And make sure you're hitting that like button. It's free. It helps the channel and we really do appreciate it. Then friends, I need more subscribers, and if you're liking the content of our channel with the positive fandom and talking to you about movies and TV shows, support this channel by going ahead and hitting that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell while you're down there so you don't miss a single video we do. And then friends, at the end of the day, I know it and you know it. Fandom is family.